Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the Dropback live show here on the Dropback Facebook, YouTube, and Britballin. I'm your host this week, Joe, and I'm joined as ever by Sam Lewis, Stan Wilson, and Matt Burnspeak for another episode. How we doing, boys?
Doing good, Joey.
Yeah, good. Did you forget we were live there for a second?
A little bit, yeah. It always catches me out of the blue when it hits us. It's great actually because I'm not logged in
now though.
Yeah, I'm not logged in, so I can't see how many people are watching. So no worries about that.
Thousands,
millions. Shall we jump right into it? We've got actually a little bit of NFL news early on, which is always very nice at this day and age. But NFL Europe is kind of expanding a little bit. Germany is actually getting 2 more NFL games per year. They're going to aim around Oktoberfest sort of time, but they're still currently in the decision process on potential cities. It could basically be anywhere in Germany. So what do you guys think of this?
Pretty dope.
I'm all for it. I think it'd be awesome. Like, there's a massive market for American football in Germany. Some of the best players in Europe are from Germany, and they're actually sending quite a lot of players over to the US for college scholarships. There are a few in the NFL already. Yeah, exactly. There's a proven market that American football is a very popular sport in Germany. So why not send a few international games there? And another benefit of that is because it's on the continent, you're going to get more European people going there as well. So even if it's not all Germans, you're going to get a packed out stadium, I guarantee you, every single year. So I think it's a win-win for the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, every single time at Wembley and Twickenham and now at the Tottenham Stadium, it's always been packed out. So it definitely would be in Germany, especially if you're merging it with sort of that Oktoberfest season, which would be worth a trip to Germany for.
That would be wild.
I feel like you get a good mix of, like it is in London at the moment, like a good mix of Americans and just like the people going to see it for a spectacle, whether they support either team or not. But yeah, Germany's a massive market for it. Like you said, it's one of the biggest markets in Europe for NFL.
Well, it's basically the only nation that was able to continually support NFL Europa. It's like where all the big teams were, especially towards the end of it. So they've definitely got fans that are interested in watching any football, let alone if the NFL comes over.
Yeah, for sure. Any idea on a potential city you might want to see this land in?
Well, in terms of if you're mixing it with Oktoberfest, you've basically got to go for Munich, don't you? Because that's where all the
or Stuttgart.
Yeah.
So what?
Stuttgart. I reckon Munich would be best because you've already got the Allianz Arena there, and that's a fantastic stadium.
It's an amazing stadium. The issue is you do have 2 teams that use it as a home stadium already. So just schedule. Yeah. No, the Dortmund don't use it as a home stadium, Joe. It's Bayern Munich 1860 music.
Come on I said you could have it in Dortmund.
That's the Westfalenstadion. Come on.
Okay. I don't know where Westfalen is, but there, I
don't think they've got the infrastructure. I'm going to be honest with you, Matt.
Hey, you keep Westfalen's name out of your mouth. You
might be a sort of Brazilian Olympic sort of situation here.
Yeah, Hamburg's a good city. I mean, there's always Berlin, but they're not overly bothered about sport there because there's so much going on.
I think Stuttgart would be a good bet. Stuttgart would be a good bet. They've recently just they've got a team now in the European League of Football, which is a new pro league that's starting up pretty soon. They've got the Stuttgart Surge there. I think Frankfurt could be a good shout as well because obviously you've got Frankfurt Galaxy based there.
Is that the team that Brett Favre was down at during the whole NFL Europe escapade? It was one of the.
That's where Kurt Warner was.
No,
Kurt Warner was.
Kurt Warner. That's it. Kurt Warner, not Brett Favre. Kurt Warner. Boom.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if it was Dortmund though, Joe. There's not really. It's quite an industrial city. It'd be like
played for one of the German teams, Kurt Warner. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Kurt Warner played for Frankfurt Galaxy.
Yeah.
All that. Did you wear your special Michigan blue jump jacket just in case, so you could pitch that Dortmund idea? If you go with you fully double down on the yellow.
Yeah, why not? Anyway,
Dortmund suck anyway. So Sancho.
Can we do, if it does happen, can we go drop back on tour and actually head out to Germany though?
Oh man, I'll go drop back on tour anywhere.
Like as soon as everything's unrestricted, the world's back to normal. It'll be nice.
Joe's only interested in restrictions.
He's like, I want to go to the most heavily restricted places possible. He's going to chase Chase that red tier.
Joe would happily have the game. He would happily go to the game if it was in Chernobyl as well. He's a risk seeker.
Chernobyl. Is that what you said?
Chernobyl.
His name was Chernobyl.
I didn't say Chernobyl. I said Chernobyl.
We're gonna have to take your first answer there, Stan. And
I said Chernobyl. I never said Chernobyl. Right, listen back. I'm listening back.
Mate, run the tape. You said Chernobyl.
Someone clip that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm gonna take an ear out so I can hear myself talk.
Right. It's hard when Matt's about, honestly. But yeah, so
that was such an unwarranted shot at that.
What's going on?
It's a
any chance
point.
you get, any chance you get.
He's ruining the stream.
You've got to take it, you know. So shall we move on to our next segment, our pretty big segment we had? It's kind of a mimic of what we did last week with the all-division defensive powerhouse teams. We're going to go all-division offensive powerhouse teams. We're going to take it in turns. So, for representing the South, we'll go offensive line first. How does that sound?
It sounds fantastic. You want me to kick it off then?
Slew. Yes, it is.
What's that O-line?
O-line is, in my humble opinion, somewhat monstrous. I'm not going to lie to you, boys.
I don't think I've ever heard humbly and monstrous in the same sentence, to be honest.
In the South, Joe, you'd be surprised. Well, prepare to be motherfucking surprised then, Joe.
I can think of at least 4 guys that I'd have.
Oh, monstrous in a good way, as in they're going to blow you off the fucking ball.
Okay. I thought you meant as an insult, but yeah, go on.
Come on, man.
No, come on, Joe. We're going to dominate you, mate. Don't worry about it. We'll go Ryan Ramczyk, right tackle out of New Orleans.
Strong.
One of the better ones in the league. Ali Marpet, right guard, Tampa Bay.
Very good.
Apparently still the highest drafted ever Div 3 player of all time. So,
nice.
And Joe, I know how you love those tidbits. He's an absolute beast.
When was he drafted? Do you know that?
Wow, don't put him on the spot here, bro.
I reckon 16.
See, I don't know if it was even that long ago. It might have been 17, you know. Either way, relative.
Whoa, what division was Carson Wentz? Did Carson Wentz come out of? Because he played for a pretty Mickey Mouse college, didn't he?
The East.
Div 2. That was Div 2.
Div 2, yeah.
No, Carson Wentz played in Div 1. It was FCS Div 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's just weird because they do 2 divisions within Div 1, but call them both Div 1 when everyone knows that one is sort of Div 1.5.
That is phony. What is this?
It's like the Premier League 2 for
leagues going on here?
Yeah. All right, so the centre was the hardest position, I've got to be honest, to pick. Because there wasn't really like one standout guy. We've got quite good sort of really good guys, but no like, oh, he's the perennial all-pro. So the 2 that just missed out would be Eric McCoy from the Saints.
Unfortunate.
And I think Ben Jones as well from the Titans, because we're going to go Ryan Kelly, based a little bit more on his prowess in the running game. I mean, he was the biggest mauler out of the 3 there, so that's why I've gone for him. Next to him. And also, if you're going to, may as well partner him up with Quentin Nelson at left guard.
Saw that coming.
Then we'll go Taylor Lewan at left tackle, just for the amount of shit talking he does, as well as being the best left tackles in the league. So, I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with that.
Yeah, that line's going to smack someone in the mouth.
Yeah, this is going to be a run-heavy football team that you're going to see later on.
You've got a few. I was going to say you've got a few maulers there.
I've got a few. I've got about 5 maulers there, Joe, and they're all coming for you.
Approximately 5 more.
See how much worse Tennessee looked as soon as Taylor Lewan went down. By the way, just saying.
That's what losing a top.
He's a great player
at that position will do.
He's a fantastic.
The only
player.
one I'm not super high on is your centre, like you said. But other than that,
I'm not super high on Ryan Kelly. I was high on all of them, but yeah, I just don't think
Ryan Kelly's class.
Ryan Kelly's great. It's just centers don't really have a whole lot of name value anyway in the league. So if you get one that people have heard of before, exactly. But nowadays, Jason Kelce's getting up there. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but he's one of the few that do. And if you put Jason Kelce in the team, people on whatever social media go, "Oh, he's automatically the best one," because they've heard of him.
Jason Kelce's not in my team, you know. I ain't trying nibs.
Yeah, that's
wow.
I'm just setting that stall out early doors.
Microphone any harder?
It was actually the table. I was pretending to be Matt.
No excuses.
Well, I'm getting a lot of shit this week. I ain't done nothing yet.
Matt is getting a lot of hate.
If no one else has got any tidbits for Slew's team, then let's move swiftly on to the East. Matthew.
Yo,
let's
have a
hear
look.
Who you've got in centre.
My line's pretty
Jason
sick.
Kelce.
We want me to start centre and work outwards.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, I did look at Kelce, obviously, because he is fucking incredible. But I went with Andrews from the Pats, David Andrews. The Pats O-line was quietly one of the best units in football last season. He was a big part of that. He's still quite young as well. I know, like, he doesn't necessarily play a huge impact on this exercise, but I trust him to be a little bit less injury prone than Jason Kelce, who
doesn't miss any games.
Yeah, he's getting old, man. He's
literally not missed a game. He's
he's going to do that forever.
He's Mr. Reliable.
Well, how long do we need this team for? It's just for 1 year, mate.
Hey,
yeah, just one more.
I mean, even just like.
No, I don't dislike Andrews. I just have umbrage with your reasoning more than anything else.
Well, right, next.
Fuck you. Right guard, I went with. So this one was a bit tricky, to be fair. I ended up going with Brandon Scherff from Washington. He's been
Scherff, but yeah.
Is that how you say it? How do you say it?
Scherff.
Hey, Schnobbly, how do you say Scherff?
Scherff.
Exactly. Yeah, I went with him. He's been a pretty dominant guard for Washington for a while now, I think. He was pretty good last season as well. Very solid in the run game and the pass game. Right tackle, I went with a bit of a surprise one, and it was Michael Onwenu from the Pats as well.
Oh, he's a baller.
Ooh,
yeah,
he's good.
Sixth round rookie last
Joe,
season.
keep on the Michigan jacket. Onwenu's a Michigan player.
The gloves are off. Joe doesn't like that selection. I went with Onwenu. He was a rookie guard, but he ended up playing a lot of right tackle last season and did a really good job. So I'm gonna shift him to right tackle, as he did such a good job there last year. On the left side, let's go Zach Martin at left guard. From the Cowboys. Still a strong player in this league. Slee had a question in the front.
Yeah, isn't Brandon Scherff a left guard and Zach Martin a right guard? Have you just swapped them just to wind people up, or
you have?
I'll swap them back then.
You have.
I just grouped them as like my guards. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't really thinking about if I played them where or whatnot. But yeah, other guards, Zach Martin. Can't really quarrel with that. He's a pretty sick guard. Has been for a while. That Cowboys O-line is sort of starting to disintegrate a little bit, but I feel like he's
still a baller.
That's a bit harsh.
No, they just had some bad luck with injuries.
They had some really bad luck with injuries. Yeah,
Travis Frederick retired as well.
Yeah,
Joe, I've got a question for you, mate. What's the best ability?
What do you mean?
It's availability. Come on.
Oh, you are lame. You suck. And on the left. At left tackle, I'm going to complete the trio of Patriots players that I've put in this O-line and go with Isaiah Wynn at left tackle.
Okay.
He is someone that has struggled with availability, unfortunately, but when we have seen him play, he's been pretty consistent in the run and the pass game. And he's got the talent to be a really, really good tackle, I think. So, yeah, that's my O-line, pretty much.
Are there not better options at left tackle?
Oh, God, I'm all ears, Joe.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah. Yeah, you are trying to think.
Got Isaiah Wynn.
That's who he said.
Tyron Smith.
Tyron Smith is he's pretty banged up.
So's Isaiah Wynn.
Jordan Mailata.
Yeah.
Give over.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you shut your mouth? So that's my line. I mean, I to be fair to there were some other options at tackle. I could have gone Dion Dawkins from the Bills as well, who was solid last season.
Easy.
Really over Isaiah Wynn?
I'd still go Isaiah Wynn, but standard numpty, he'd probably go Dawkins. And then the other
most aggressive shows we've done.
It's the Heat.
Is he playing next to Brandon Scherff then?
Brandon Scherff. I mean, the most difficult decision for me was probably that center between Jason Kelce and Andrews. To be honest, I think the rest of the line I was pretty happy with my first choice.
Cool.
Lock in, they're going to smack you in the mouth.
Anyone got any quarrels with that?
No, I'm loving the energy in this show though. Like, it's just so aggressive and like we're all just ripping each other's heads off.
like.
I feel like there's a lot of pent up anger in this show. So
yeah, it's somewhat reminiscent of remember Joe's QB meltdown episode last year.
Joe's meltdown last summer.
Close for that happening on this freaking show.
Can we do that again this year?
Yeah, that was
boiling.
amazing.
It's absolutely
once Sims finishes his QB ranking, we're gonna get Joe for his annual QB ranking.
Annual.
My first ranking was better with Carson Wentz. To be fair,
yeah, it actually was.
Yeah,
we didn't see that happening though.
Of saying I don't think Carson Wentz is better than the 20th QB.
Yeah, that was
called manic.
I think it was the anger at which you said it with. It was the frustration, just raw.
I think it was what he said, to be honest, as well. And he was
right. Yeah, you very much plucked it out of like a sunstroke rage.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on from that.
Good entertainment, though.
We've got the West, so that's Daniel.
Let's go. The Wild West.
The Wild West.
Wild West.
I'm going to do this the same way Matt did. I'm going to start from centre and move outwards. So at centre, I'm going to go for new Cardinal Rodney Hudson, acquired from the Las Vegas Raiders. Solid centre. I see a lot of nods of heads around the room, so I'll just move on from that on. Left guard, Joe Tooney. Moved into the West recently.
Moved into the area.
Moved into the area. Bought a house. Right guard. I've asked him to slide over from centre because he's just class. It's Corey Linsley. He's now at the Chargers from the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Would you not play him at centre though?
No, because he's more athletic than Hudson.
We saw this from from Stan last week. He just picks his best 11 and he'll
just find
a formation for them.
He just gets him on the position on the Madden thing on the edit.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a good centre, you might as well. You can put him a guard like that. Most centres can play guard.
If you want, but
you're giving him one less job. I'm fairly certain he'll be fine with it. You just don't even have to worry about snapping the ball.
Exactly, yeah. There you go. That's the best way of looking at it, I think.
There's some good things about snapping the ball, though. You know exactly when you're going to go.
Yeah, but you've also got to snap a football whilst a 300-pound twat crush is running at you.
And most importantly, you're the guy doing all the protections as well. Yeah, which I think is the biggest thing for the centre.
Anyway, so who have you got right guard?
I understand. We have a question here. Adam, why move him?
State case.
I think I've made my point. Rodney Hudson, keep him at centre because he's less agile and he's probably a more experienced centre.
Reason why? I don't know.
Look, now you want the guards and going to pull more lightly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like if it was a case of who's the better player, and I'd go for Linsley.
Who else could you get?
Really?
Right?
You go for Linsley?
I'd go for Linsley at the moment, yeah, because he's more agile. But I need to get Hudson in that lineup.
You get at guard, but I don't understand why you need.
I don't think the guards. Why do I need Hudson in the lineup? Oh come on, Joe.
Hudson's, Joe. I would say probably the best.
What do you want him to do? Play with two centres, Joe? What is this Mickey Mouse football? If he wants to put the guy at guard, he puts the guy at guard.
I hate to say it.
But Linsley can play guard. Centres can play guard. It's a fact in the NFL that also, most offensive linemen are expected to play two positions.
I take offence to the argument that he's not good enough for Oakland. Oakland don't know what they're doing down there with a lot of personnel decisions. I don't think that Rodney Hudson isn't good enough for Oakland. I just think that they throw darts at a board and decide who to cut sometimes.
It's like, have you ever seen the South Park episode where the economy crashes and then he goes to refund his Margaritaville? Yeah. And the people take it into a room, they cut off a chicken's head, and it just lands on a part of the map. And wherever it lands on, that's what they do. So they end up giving him loads more money than he even asked for.
So basically, you've gone a really long-winded way for the same analogy Matt just used.
Yeah. Basically, that's good, though. Yeah. Who've you got at right tackle, Stan?
I've gone for Brian Bulaga from the LA Chargers.
Nice. Yeah, solid.
There you go. No disagreement there. Left tackle, come on now, easy. Trent Williams. Who else could it be? There's literally no other choice in the West.
He was the best offensive lineman last season. So
he was absolutely ridiculous. The best in the West. The West is the best, as we proved last week as well.
Wow. Okay. Right. Someone's getting to
offensive line overall.
Hey, we'll see. We'll let the people speak because the people spoke last week. And
outside of 49ers, your offensive line has not been great around the West generally.
I mean, even the 49ers offensive line isn't particularly great at the moment.
It was all right.
It's okay. Yeah. That's what I mean.
Anyway, any other quarrels? Any quarrels with that starting lineup?
Other than the centre to guard, but if there's no other guards, I mean, Eve's done what he's had to do, which is pick his 5 favourite players and slam them in there.
Get them in there.
That's the best way to do it.
Mush them together in the line.
Don't the Raiders have some good guards? No.
Gonna need a name, Joe.
I can't remember.
Give me a name, Joe.
So it's my turn now.
Yeah, it is.
I'm doing the North.
Yay.
Yeah, before we start, guys, are you going over or under 3 Ravens in this O-line?
To be fair, I wouldn't even
under.
Wait, no. Under. It's got to be under. Yeah, no, it's got
to be under. He's going to go right guard and left tackle.
You want to do over or under 3 Ravens overall on my team?
Oh, well, I mean, if he's saying that, it's under. Otherwise, he wouldn't have said it. Yeah.
No, he can't.
No, how's he?
No, because he's going to go Orlando Brown, Mark Andrews, because there's no way he misses out Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
Why would I go Orlando Brown? Orlando Brown's
not Orlando. I didn't mean Orlando. Yeah, and then Ronnie Stanley.
So you're not going to go Kevin Zeitler?
I'm not telling you. You're just saying over or under.
The whole point is
who's betting the over and who's betting the under?
I'm betting the over. You're going to have more than 3. You're going to have more than 3 Ravens on your team.
I'll tell you at the end. I'll tell you at the end when you.
Damn Homer.
So Matt's got the over. What about you two?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going the under just because I don't think you would ask the question if you
taking
had gone over.
Stan?
Yes, every day of the week.
Okay, cool.
He's going to change his lineup.
I'll do it centre first. My centre was a pretty tough decision, but I think Frank Ragnow is a centre that probably doesn't get enough respect. He's a very, very good vet of the game. Been playing in Detroit where they're not known for their O-line play, but Frank Ragnow is a staple of that offensive line.
And it ain't easy to play in Detroit, so fair play.
It ain't. So fair play to him. I don't think this is the best interior line, if I'm honest. That we'll see, but it can hold up. So at left guard, I've got Joel Bitonio from the Cleveland Browns.
Nice.
He's a good pass blocking guard, but he can also do a bit of run blocking as well in that Browns offensive line. And then my right guard, my first rookie of the team, it's Penei Suell. Who's going to play right guard for us. I thought
you haven't seen him play a damn snap in the NFL.
I don't give a shit.
He's got the guard though. He's got the guard though. I like it.
I mean, you don't fancy Wyatt Teller? What's he done to hurt you, mate?
Oh, that's true.
Maybe
one of the best guards in football.
Over Joel Bitonio, but I really want to see what Penei Sewell's got. To be honest, so I'm going to stick.
Why not just whack in the entire Cleveland Browns offensive line? Like just a quick question.
Whack it in there.
Just do it.
Jump it up.
Anyway, any issues with that interior? I might move Joel Bitonio actually and move thingy back in.
Wyatt Teller.
You've got to put Teller in there. Teller's an absolute monster.
Wyatt Teller over Joel Bitonio at left guard then.
Did you forget he existed?
Maybe.
Maybe.
You suck.
Well, Joe, you don't actually have to type it out now. You just do it at the end.
He does. He made a mistake.
Who have you got to tackle?
Right tackle, I've got Jack Conklin from the Cleveland Browns. One of the best, probably the best right tackle in the game at the moment. He was amazing for the Browns when he moved. Impacted that team so much. And left tackle, not big of a surprise here. I've got Ronnie Stanley, one of the best parts blocking.
That's the first one.
Left tackles in the league. So that is my first Raven of the team. Ending off this offensive line.
No, I mean,
fine. It's fine.
I thought we were steering away from rookies, but it's your decision. So
you
keep Penei all in. I may have to go rookie quarterback given the options that I've got, but I might not.
Oh my god!
It's a little teaser for you.
That would be tasty. Yeah. That would be
cool.
Tasty.
Anyway, so
where are we going from here, Joe?
Should we go snake it? Should we snake it, or should we go back?
Well, I think
when you snake, you can't snake. You've got to snake when you can.
It's a well-known phrase. Sleeve does say that often. When you can snake, you must snake.
I will tell you my. Should we do receivers next?
How many receivers are you lot putting in there, by the way?
I'm unsure.
3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back.
3 receivers, 1 tight end, and a running back. Is that what you've gone with?
Yeah.
Can we go tight ends and running back? No, sorry, tight ends and wide receivers in the same group.
Was that because you've gone for 3 tight ends?
No, I've gone for 2 tight ends.
You coward.
But One of them is going to be my slot receiver as well, though.
Why didn't we do?
Why can't people play the position that they play, Stan?
They do. So you're telling me that Kelsey doesn't line up as a slot receiver a lot of the time?
Do whatever you want.
I'll tell you what. We'll do wide receivers and tight ends now, and then we'll do QBs and running backs together next. All right.
Cool.
So,
receiving options.
So I will go next. I've got 3 receivers down. Here's a few that didn't make the list first.
Not the
Allen
game.
Robinson, Juju Smith-Schuster, Chase Claypool, Jarvis Landry, all didn't make the list.
I'd say most of those deserve to not make the list.
Yeah, they're fine. I did, though, at the same time find when I was doing receivers that there's a lot more good receivers in the league than there are cornerbacks.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, big time.
That is true. So let's just shock you.
Wait, does that mean Rashad Bateman made the list, Joe?
No. So my ex-receiver is going to be Jamar Chase.
What the hell are you doing?
You're taking the game fully into disrepute here, my friend.
Is Joe Burrow a quarterback?
Gonna be, no, it's not. That would have been jokes, though.
Your ability to see into the future is
I think on this team I'm creating, Jamar Chase in this position with that offensive line will be absolutely fine.
Wait, so what sport does Devontae Adams play then?
He plays a sport.
What sport does Justin Jefferson play?
You suck.
What does Adam Thielen play?
I haven't said any of my other fucking receivers yet, Stan. So
all right, let's hear who he's got.
Allen Robinson too. Allen Robinson, you're taking Jamar Chase over him.
Yeah, get fucked. It's my team. I can do what I want.
Whoa.
I know, but you can also not get as many votes as me, which you're perfectly.
Why didn't you tell us you were in the draft room with the Bengals? Why wouldn't you tell us that beforehand?
What's Joe typing now?
Probably
I do have my inside. Should I go slot or do you want me to say my Z?
Go with your Z.
Go with your heart.
My Z is Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I'm fine with it that way, Brown.
Yeah,
thank you.
Cool. And then Justin Jefferson in the slot.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean, it's
strong.
Those two are good picks. It's just hard to get over the.
I mean, I don't really like OBJ in his current state from what I've seen.
Oh yeah, you've got Jamar Chase over.
Yeah, I don't care.
Wow,
it's Allen Robinson's the one I've got a big issue with. Like that's the one massive.
That is.
That's
disrespectful.
Yeah. Totally. But I just wanted to be controversial, you know.
So are you just a contrarian?
Am I playing my tight end as well?
People, haters would say that you're just trying to clickbait.
I will say they just want to clickbait.
Well, that means you're a hater.
I'm a hater.
Yeah, go to tight end. Who's tight end?
Mark Andrews.
Joe, you have, if given the opportunity, you have never not ever picked Mark Andrews.
I was tempted earlier. What I was doing, because I obviously made this all on Miro, I was just copy and pasting the Mark Andrews onto every position. And at one point, I thought, oh God, if I could just have a team full of Mark Andrews, I probably would.
You finished at 9.
Yeah.
You are the worst.
It would be amazing thing to watch. He can do anything though. He can catch, he can block.
Is he your favourite player right now?
I fucking love Mark Andrews. I'm considering a Mark Andrews jersey at the moment.
If you could ask Mark Andrews any one question, if you met him, what would you ask him?
Will you be my boyfriend?
How are you so great at what you do?
You tell me you got one question with your sports hero and you're asking him that. You suck.
Yeah. What? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, man, that's your question.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. So back to the West, that's Daniel. What have you got for your receivers and tight end room?
So for my receiving room, I think this was so.
You got two tight ends, right?
Yeah, I've gone for 2 tight ends. This was the easiest 4 names I've ever picked. It was just like bam, 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 bam. It was done. 20 seconds.
Wait, how have you got 4 receivers and
four receiving positions.
Catching.
Yeah, okay. 4 catches.
4 pass catches. 4 catches of the egg ball.
Yeah, with it.
So my ex-receiver, you can already guess this. It's Deandre Hopkins.
Obviously
I'm incredibly biased because I just love D-Hop, but you can't deny most talented receiver in the game, pretty much. Like, is there much argument to that?
No. Well, yeah.
I mean, you could say other names, but it would be harsh to say that he wasn't.
He's definitely a top 3 receiver in the league. You can't deny
yeah.
And
fair enough. Yeah, my Z receiver is Mr. Speedy. It's Tyreek Hill.
Mr. Speedy.
I've gone
my favorite Mr. Man.
Is that it for receivers now?
That is it for receivers, but my tight ends are basically
does DK
receivers
Metcalf
anyway.
not exist?
Yeah, but which one of those would you put DK Metcalf ahead of, Joe?
I'm not putting DK Metcalf over Tyreek Hill.
I do want to see an updated race between Tyreek Hill and DK Metcalf, though.
I do want to see that. That'd be great.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Because this is going to be quite Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill. After training, they both got time to train for it. I'd take Tyreek Hill.
Well, I mean,
I'd agree.
DK's been training for it, man.
Yeah.
For like.
So, and then my tight ends, take a wild guess. Yep, that's right. It's Kelsey and Kittle.
Yeah.
So Kittle will be on the line, attached to the line more as a blocking type, but obviously he will release from that position, whereas Travis Kelsey will be pretty much exclusively used as a slot receiver because he's big, massive, speedy, and he doesn't drop footballs apart from in Super Bowls.
That's fine. That's
the best time.
So he doesn't perform under pressure, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
he performs under pressure until it gets to the highest level of pressure, and then he decides not to catch football.
I think what we're learning for this exercise is that the West is absolutely stacked with talent.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
Pretty much.
It is a pretty ridiculous division.
Pretty weird.
2 divisions.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Well, sorry, it is a pretty ridiculous region of America.
I was going to say. More of a region.
The West doesn't get to the Super Bowl every year.
That's because we don't have my Western super team.
I mean, 3 of the last Super Bowl teams were from the West.
Yeah. Invest in the West, my friend.
Invest in the West. So have you guys got any quibbles or quarrels?
I mean, it's hard to quarrel with like 4 of the best receiving players. Yeah. It's hard to quibble with it as well. I mean, before I almost forgot Tyreek Hill, I was going to ask how close Darren Waller was to making just a really fun 3 tight end, basically impossible to match up with.
Monster set.
I don't like 13 personnel.
Yeah, but it's not really 13 personnel when it's those 3. Most of the time when it's 13 personnel, you've got Gary that can't actually do anything.
You can literally just line like Travis Kelsey up wherever the fuck you want there.
And also, what's this?
I won't take that Gary slander either.
Stan, you're like 7'10". What do you mean you don't like 13 personnel?
I don't like 13 personnel. Like
you're an imposter, mate.
I like running that single back wing formation on Madden, but that's about it.
Fair enough. All right. Shall we move on to Matthew for the East?
I suppose we have to.
Receivers and tight ends.
My team pretty stacked. I'm going to go wide receiver 1 and go Stephon Diggs. He was outraged last season. One of the best wide receivers in the league last year. 2, I mean, I did kind of struggle with this exercise a bit because I found, like, as Slew said, there are just loads of good receivers all over the place. Like, I had to leave out some. I mean, like Kenny Golladay didn't get in the team. Like CeeDee Lamb obviously didn't get in the team. Devontae Parker didn't get there. Corey Davis didn't get there. So, I mean, it was pretty tough. But I went with Amari Cooper as my second wide receiver. I went with Will Fuller in the slot. He's a speed boy.
It's had to hit your Dolphins quota.
I had to hit the Dolphins quota, man. And I also went with Mike Gesicki for the double Dolphins.
You're a fucking fraud. If you've gone Mike Gesicki over Dallas Goedert, that is an outrageous decision.
I haven't seen anything from Dallas Goedert to make me fucking wet the bed, my friend. Mike Gesicki catch footballs.
You, my friend, are a fraud.
Oh, show me the tape, brother. I ain't jumping on this Dallas Goedert bandwagon yet.
Okay. So did you say your receivers again? Sorry.
Did you say that was a quote stacked set?
That was pretty stacked. What do you mean? Don't like much receivers.
You said Will Fuller on your receivers. Like when I think super team, I'm not thinking Will Fuller on the super team. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you wouldn't bite your hand off to have Will Fuller at the fucking Ravens when you've got fucking
not over Beasley, anyone we've got at the moment. No,
Willie Snead sucks.
You're
not going to pick Will Fuller over Willie Snead. Who are Willie Snead's parents?
Willie Snead is our 4th receiver.
What are we doing?
How many receivers are you going for then? Is it just the 3?
3 receivers and then Mike Gesicki catching footballs.
Could you just go through the receivers again? I'm assuming you got Stephon Diggs in there.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs, Amari Cooper, and Will Fuller.
I don't think that's that outrageous, to be honest with you.
It's not bad. I don't say it's bad, but I'm just saying he's put Gesicki in a foursome and calling it stacked.
Yeah,
no, Gesicki isn't.
Gesicki's like one of the top 10 like tight ends in the league, my friend.
In a league that there's only 7 really good tight ends.
Yeah, I didn't elaborate, did I? I said he's top 10. Where's Dallas Goedert? Top 15.
Dallas Goedert is better than Mike Gesicki.
All right. Well, we're gonna have words after this stream because
Were you not tempted to go for one of the Patriots tight ends?
I did look at Hunter Henry, but
Johnny Smith
can't stay on the field. Johnny Smith. I think Hunter Henry's a better receiving option than Johnny Smith personally. And like I said, I don't think we've seen Hunter Henry stay healthy for a long enough time to be able to trust him. Whereas Mike Gesicki stays healthy, makes catches, scores touchdowns.
He's hardly been in the league for that long. Come on.
Flips off Dallas Goedert. Does everything that I look for in that tight end position.
Nice.
You're so biased. It's ridiculous.
Oh, shut up, Mr. fucking Hopkins. And how many? I mean, Hopkins, I'm not going to quarrel with, to be fair. But like, you moved another center away so you could stick Rodney Hudson at center instead of just playing the center.
Rodney Hudson is a great center.
Yeah, but he said that he preferred Connor Lindsley and he was going to move him.
It's because Lindsley's more. Yeah, because Lindsley's more athletic.
Hey, I'm just saying, if you throw around the term bias, then you got to be able to.
How is that bias?
I'm sorry, Matt. You did just stick Mike Gesicki in your team, though.
Pipe down,
sorry. Mate. We're fast approaching that 3 Ravens quota.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. We're on 2.
You've got 2 and Lamar Jackson still to come. All right, yes. So we go my wideout sets.
Wide out and tight end. Yeah.
Right.
Golf Goddard.
No. See, I could actually do with a tight end. I wanted to go either 12 or 21 personnel, but I just didn't have the people for it, which is unfortunate. So I've gone Julio Jones. Glad he's heading south. Helped me out massively there.
That is
big. His new teammate, AJ Brown. Get those 2 in there. Like AJ Brown's block ability. That was what kept him above like a Mike Evans or a Ridley for me there.
Oh, you picked him over Ridley.
I did pick him over Calvin Ridley.
Wow.
Do you know? And you guys aren't going to like my slot guy, but it's more of what he can do in the whole offensive package.
Oh, okay.
It's Chris Godwin.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Chris Godwin.
I just think he could do more from a slot than Evans or Ridley can, especially inserting him in the running game.
That's true.
When I couldn't get that other tight end or a fullback in, I was like, right, let's get, because it's not like he's just a blocker. He's also pretty awesome as a receiver as well. So pleased with that one. And you know what? Of the 8 teams in the South, I think there was maybe not very many tight ends. Maybe one that would reach a team, and that's Gronk. I mean, it's really bare in terms of tight ends. I guess
Gronk, after what he showed late last season, though, he's
exactly
gonna be up there.
He's got it big again, and he's probably one of the best blocking tight ends still in the league. So if we're going with this hard-nosed approach, which I think I'm going to have to do, especially against Stan's defense, is just ram it down the throat. I'm going to need a Gronk and a Godwin in there. Against Matt, I could do whatever the hell I want because he forgot how to defend the run. And he's picked Gesicki in his team, so
I don't know what you've got against Gesicki. You were saying that you liked Gesicki last season.
I like him, but you
need to put this Goddard thing out of your mind, son.
Gronk is so much better than Gesicki, though.
No one was talking about Gronk, you fucking idiot.
But he is, though. Sam was just talking about.
It's also incorrect.
30 seconds ago.
You don't think Gronk's better than Gesicki?
You don't think
I think Gronk's a much better blocker than Gesicki. I think Gesicki's probably a better receiving threat.
Yeah, to be fair, Gronk isn't prime Gronk anymore. Yeah, he's good, but he's not.
Mate, have you seen the Super Bowl? He was like.
I've seen the Super Bowl.
That's prime. It's like a trophy, isn't it? Sort of triangular, and it's got a silver football on top, right?
His receiving, his like looking like he was going to block and then releasing. It was
and then receiving.
That's just called an RPO.
All the tight end things he was doing them.
Yeah. I just said he was good.
I am willing to. All right, I am willing to bet the idea of the best collection of running backs, though.
How many running backs and QBs do you have?
Well, I've got 2 that are going to rotate. I've got 2.
Oh, you're rotating your running back.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying hypothetically, if I'm on 3rd down, there are 2. I could either bring in Alvin Kamara or Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I've got no good running backs. It's bad.
But then if we're going
with one,
we're going Derek Bloody Henry, aren't we? As the lead back, and we're going to
got 3 fucking amazing options. To be fair,
I think this is bullshit. I don't think you can just fucking name.
No, I was just saying. I'm just. Well, I mean, how many bloody receivers did you name? It's like, oh, look at all the receivers I've got.
I said they didn't make the team.
I said they didn't make it. They're not making the team. It's Derek Henry is my running back.
Yeah, you're trying to sneak him in on 3rd down. What do you mean?
Saying Christian McCaffrey isn't making the team.
Well, if I'm only allowed one, I'm not allowed some sort
Which
of
he is.
down
You're
You
rotation.
only have
one.
one. You have one that can go out.
Can we
and
calm
receive as
down a
well.
little bit, please?
It's fucking. It's because
It's fucking hot, Stan.
He's bending the rules. He is bending the rules.
Derek Henry is my running back because he fits the
Okay.
philosophy.
This is so
And who's
aggressive.
your quarterback?
I don't know because the best one we're not allowed
What
to
do you
talk about.
mean you don't know?
No, that is fair enough. That is fair enough.
talk
Slew is in a
about it.
sticky
Say.
situation.
It's a bit of a sticky
And I'm
one.
not talking
Just
about
say,
the
you can say who it was.
It would
No,
have
you
been
can't.
Deshaun Watson, but until he's cleared, I can't, in good faith, put him in the team.
So who else would
Nah,
it be
doesn't
if
exist.
Deshaun Watson doesn't make it?
Right. So if we're following Joe's advice of just guessing that our rookies are going to be the player they're projected to be, I'll go Trevor Lawrence then, because apparently he's an all-pro already. But
Nice.
failing that, we'll go Tom Brady.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There you go.
So-
Not a bad.
Just go
option.
Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Why
fine.
don't
Go
you just say
Tom Brady, man.
Just go Tom Brady. Don't even
Be that
don't
guy.
put disrespect on the goat's name.
Okay.
Well,
So,
Tom, yeah, to be fair,
anyone got
that's
any
fair.
quarrels
I
with
mean, you've got
that?
to keep picking Tom
QB.
Brady until he's given you a reason to not pick Tom
Exactly,
Brady
yeah.
anymore. And he's
Yeah,
still
pretty much.
not
That's
doing
what
that. His
dislike.
arm looked as live as ever last year.
Yeah, he did look good. Sucked.
He is
But he's
good.
getting on a bit.
He is
He's
the
just a
goat.
system QB.
Well, Matt, I've got a
Yeah.
great system, so it's fine.
I was joking. I was being sarcastic, Slee.
He built his own
Same.
system, mate. No. Anyway, anyone got any calls to that? Should we move over to Matt?
Wait, with
Matt
QB?
still has a quarrel with my running back rotation.
Yeah,
You
don't
can only have
mind
one
them,
running
mate.
back. What is
Some of
this?
them.
In the social post, I'll only put one in, but I'm just saying for background information, if
He's going to
people
put
want
the
to come and
others in
listen.
as like ghosts behind them.
For
Yeah,
short
you-
yardage situations, I would use this running back, but
Well, I mean, that would still be Derek Henry, wouldn't it?
yeah, good. Should be for all situations because you have.
Yeah, if you're going to run the ball, just give it to
Alvin
Big Derek.
Yeah. I cast truck move with Derek Henry. Critical role.
Oh my
20.
god.
Nat 20.
The quality of this podcast is diminished somewhat.
Matt,
yeah.
tell me who your running backs are.
My running back, because I respect the
Okay,
exercise, is
Thank you.
Saquon Barkley.
Well, yeah.
Nice, good decision.
Because he was the best of the options.
Is
really.
there anyone else who didn't make the cut?
Nah, I mean Zeke Elliott doesn't make the cut, but I think Zeke Elliott's pretty Mickey Mouse, to be honest. I'm not that big.
He
fan
had
of
one
him.
bad season and everyone hates him now. It's brilliant.
No, not everyone. I just
I know.
dislike him. I haven't liked. I didn't like Zeke Elliott particularly.
Your
coming out of
issue with
college.
Zeke's more his personality than it is his.
Yeah,
any
I find him
ability.
a little bit tiresome on a personality level. He's probably a nice guy, just not my cup of tea.
Just this.
It's not. Yeah, get out of my locker room. So I went Saquon Barkley, and then I had a little bit of an issue with QB. I'm not gonna lie to you,
Why?
because I've got Josh Allen, I've got Dak Prescott, and my gut's telling me Dak Prescott,
Are you gonna go for that?
I'd agree with that.
and I'm gonna lock in Dak.
I'd
Prescott.
also agree. Yeah.
But it feels bad because Josh Allen was obviously well good last season, so that's a lot
Yeah.
of credit for that. But
But Josh Allen was supposed
Sit
to
tight,
be
kid.
well good last season. Do you know what I mean? Like they literally put everything on the plate for him last season.
yeah,
His
but I mean,
O-line became one of the best. His receiving.
he still had to
core-
go out and play. To be fair,
Yeah,
He
I don't
played well, but
think that's.
he got it given on a plate to him, so we can't give him credit for it.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think it's
no,
fair
no.
to use that to take it away from him. He's still great. I just think Dak's awesome, and
Yeah,
he's not.
Dak-
I think
And we-
Josh Allen might
we
have a bit of a
saw
tendency
how
to
much-
swing a little bit more, like with his
Yeah.
gunslinger style, than Dak
Mm.
will.
And Dak does all that pre-game hip thrust. Remember that?
That's
That's
plus 3
it.
throw power.
that is plus
Yeah.
3 throw power as well, known fact.
Plus three
So
throw
yeah,
power.
Saquon
Yeah,
and
that's
Dak in the backfield.
So
Right up.
quads.
Yeah. Oh my God! Have you guys seen Daniel Jones's quads? Now he's been working out with Saquon Barkley.
No, but I have seen how huge Justin Herbert is.
Is Justin Herbert juiced up now?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Probably.
Mad.
Moving over to Stan
Mad.
then in the West.
I don't know what to go with for running back because there are loads of just mediocre. Well,
Why
not
does Dan
mediocre.
Harlan- Murray in.
Homework.
Because
Didn't
he's
do
a
his
good
homework.
player, and then you can put him wherever you want.
Why don't you put
Go
Russell
away.
Wilson in? Because he's like the second or third best QB in the league.
I think I'll put Andy Isabella at running back.
Am I allowed to say
It's
my
gotta
running
be-
back or
it's
not?
Yeah.
As long
Can
as
you
he's
I
try?
right.
move a
Wilson,
lineman. I move a lineman to another lineman position on the interior, and I hate for it.
It was,
And now you
it
guys
was
say
so
maybe I should put a QB.
This
At running
is
back.
this is carryover from when you tried to put Chris Jones as a nose tackle.
Oh my god!
I don't.
yeah.
They're the linemen are linemen.
Trying to do something such a small change.
Wow,
Yeah.
lineman
Shout
alignment. That is harsh.
That might be borderline groupist. Positionist.
It is positionist, so we'll happily.
Don't love it. Not a good look for you, Stan.
And quarterbacks are just lazy.
Stan Wilson hates the trenches.
No, I love the. Oh, come on! I love the trenches. I love trenches.
I love trenches.
I have so many trench friends.
Oh my
You are a
god!
trench.
Right.
Yeah. So
All right,
running
can
back.
we bloody hear your running back, please? Oh, it's fucking hot in here.
Joe, we're in different rooms.
It's hot in my room. There's a freaking
Right.
boiler in here, and I don't know what's going on.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm still kind of undecided over who I want at running back because.
Why have we got to this point? We're still undecided.
Sir, Stan didn't do his homework.
I did my homework, but just too well.
That's the worst excuse I've ever heard.
We'll decide for you.
Right. So my options.
Is it not Josh Jacobs?
Yeah, but I could go Josh Jacobs, but he's quite a power type.
God, no, he's gone to
I'm not sure. Oh my god! Can I talk, please?
I don't know.
Right. So my options are Austin Eckler, Josh Jacobs, or Melvin Gordon, or Chris Carson. Pretty much.
I mean, it's Josh Jacobs, isn't it?
Josh Jacobs, my friend. Don't overthink it.
I know, but I want to go. I was thinking, should I go for like a more receiving type because I've already got quite a heavy front line.
He's going to go Kyler Murray, isn't he?
What do you mean? Because you got a heavy front line?
Well, because I've got two tight ends. I've already got two tight ends in the massive O line.
I mean, why not run behind that?
Yeah, why don't you just run it down their throats?
Because I've got Pat Mahomes at QB. I want to be able to spread the ball out.
I mean, Josh Jacobs can catch.
Yeah, I know he can catch, but he's just not very quick.
Not Aguilar.
So he's fine. He scores tutties.
Dude, Josh Jacobs is a stud. I'd lock that one in, brother.
Yeah, I'll go Josh Jacobs then. I'll go Josh Jacobs at running back, and then at QB,
Pat Mahomes.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, no,
Patrick Mahomes. Come on, actually just
yes, but I didn't say Kyler Murray, so you don't have to.
Was it tough choosing between Pat Mahomes and Russell Wilson at all?
No.
Was it tough choosing between Kyler Murray and Pat Mahomes?
No, Pat Mahomes was straight on my page.
He was
proud of you, Stan.
Good boy,
What do you mean proud of me? Kyler Murray's good, but he's not Pat Mahomes.
No, that was the right decision, my friend.
$500 million man. Yeah, I can't argue with that. That's the best option you probably could have had, in my opinion. So, I guess.
Well done, Stan. You picked Pat Mahomes.
Well done. Congrats, you've got Pat Mahomes. And
cheers, Joe. It means a lot.
Hope it makes
running back.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. No, I'm joking. Imagine like doing a stand with this freaking O lineman.
Wasn't that egregious? It really was.
I'm going to leave this fucking stream in a minute.
Thank God. Anyway, running back, I've got Aaron Jones.
Nice. Great player.
Yeah. Obviously, he's a massive threat for the Packers and can do everything. He can run it. He can inside, outside run. He can freaking go out and be a wide receiver. Amazing guy. I was potentially thinking Joe Mixon, but he didn't make the cut above Aaron Jones in my opinion.
Aaron Jones is clear.
I think Joe Mixon's great. He's just got a terrible O-line to run behind. And he's not quite as good as
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, that's fair. I think he could be, though.
The big question comes, and this is for the Magic 3.
What about Nick Chubb?
Chubby Nick should have got.
I don't think he should get above Aaron Jones, though. Nick Chubb.
I understand what you're saying. Aaron Jones. Yeah, but if Joe wants to be more pass heavy, then he wants Aaron Jones in there.
It's between Lamar Jackson, of course, and Aaron Rodgers.
Well, you could say Aaron Rodgers is going to be in the West by the time the season kicks off, and use that as a buy to get Lamar Jackson in there.
I wasn't sure where he'd be, so I had to pick Lamar.
Joe, we all know you're going to pick Lamar.
Joe, I've just given you an out there.
Joe, just pick Lamar.
I was genuinely, I had Aaron Rodgers down.
Oh, honestly, I was going to pick Aaron Rodgers until you.
I promise you. I promise you pick Aaron Rodgers
right now, and I can share it if you want.
Nobody wants to see your mirror.
No one wants to see your mirror board.
Aaron Rodgers / LJ ?
Yeah, but we know in your head your bias is towards LJ because you love running backs.
In light of recent news where Aaron Rodgers holding out, let's assume he doesn't start the season.
What about Jordan Love, though? Apparently he's looking electric in training camp now.
Yeah, he's had some ups and downs, but he is...
yeah, I've heard the game's really starting to slow down for him.
He is ready to be a starter from week 1, I heard.
So I'm going to just say Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, thank you.
That's
not. I mean, I win because I took the under.
Either way, he was going to nibs me.
That's just not what you think.
This team is going to be hella pass heavy. We can stick Aaron Jones out as a.
Would it still be hella pass heavy if it was Lamar Jackson? Out of interest.
Yeah, because Lamar Jackson's the best throwing QB in the league, clearly.
Thank you. Thanks.
Stan, what is going on, man?
It finally says it. Thank God.
I'm just replicating the animosity.
Say it with your
chest,
Stan.
No, but Joe, do you think Aaron Rodgers?
Do
you think Aaron Rodgers is going to be there?
Yeah, I think.
Can we not start this debate again?
He'll be there or retire. They're not going to trade him.
We did this 3 weeks ago.
And if he retires, then LJ will step up to the plate. That's absolutely fine.
You can't have backups.
Yeah, but if Aaron Rodgers,
it's got to be Joe.
We can't just play with 10 men.
Mate, if Aaron Rodgers doesn't stay in Green Bay, then you're playing quarterback for this team.
Imagine if that happened in the NFL, if you went down to 10 men.
No backups.
Yeah, no backups allowed. You just have to play.
If you got a red card and you got, imagine if they had that in the NFL.
Quite dope, though.
So,
yeah.
Much like last week, what happened was we put up a social post for you guys to vote and comment your favorite team. So please do that once again this week. Hopefully, social comes out at some point. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at The Dropback, where you can watch us stream on Facebook and YouTube at The Dropback or on Britballin every Thursday at 7:30. Or you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, every Tuesday or the day after the stream. We'll upload the stream on Spotify or wherever you catch your podcasts. Remember to type !notify.
Joe, you don't need to read it out, mate. They can see that.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? Who won last week?
Stan. Allegedly. If we trust the public.
I think we should trust the public.
Or each other. It's still Stan.
Listeners, what we do?
I don't trust anyone. So. Anyway, enough of that spiel. Thanks once again, Britt Baldwin, for having us on. I've been Joe, and thanks once again to everyone. Until next time.
Laters.